guys? Welcome back. Welcome to today's episode of podcast. Your host, Randy Valerio. Old Mikey Boy, Second Floor Studios. And of course, Jordan Handren Seavey.
Who's
Never
this
mind the
Jordan you're talking about?
I do it every time. I'm trying to keep it consistent. I always forget it during the introduction. This has to be like your 6th or 7th appearance. I think you do it.
Probably if we go back to
in
Boston.
You do. I have you on like twice a year, and it's always either right before or right after a big life event for you.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I had you on like just when you had met your now wife,
yeah,
and then you got engaged, and then you got married, and you had the first kid. So it's like every 7 or 8 months. And it was like it's time.
Brought the
to
first kid to one of them.
That's right. When we were in the old studio when I first moved to LA, you brought the new baby Wild. Now she's got to be what, 2?
3.5,
Fucking
coming up on 4.
Christ.
Yeah.
Where does it go, my friend? And the new baby boy's here.
He's here. He's 2 months old. He's doing well.
Can I say his name, or are you like hiding it like celebrities?
I think I've said it before. Zephyr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go? Is there like a nickname for Zephyr? Zeph.
Yeah.
Like Jeff with a Z.
Yeah.
Why don't you like Zed? From fucking
like
the creepy guy from Pulp Fiction.
Zed's dead. That's why.
Zed's dead, dude. Zed's dead.
No, we had a lot. I've been doing this bit about one of the names that we both were like, it is a cool name, but you can't. Is Kramer.
Yeah, he kind of fucked it.
Yeah, but the thing is, that
was
not
my kid
Kramer.
Jeff Dahmer.
Yeah,
he fucking ruined it.
But that wasn't Kramer on stage. That was Michael Richards.
Yeah.
The character Kramer never did anything wrong.
No,
but
except for a little overacting. But that's the role. Little overacting, So 2 kids. How old is the boy now?
2 months.
Okay, and did you guys do like a home birth, or you guys go to the hospital and get it legit?
Same hospital. We did it with midwives. I call them the coven.
Is it cheaper when you have a midwife? It seems like it.
No, I mean there was still a doctor there, and it's at a hospital, but it's just like a little.
Yeah.
The bitches like it better. No,
yeah. That's one area where being organic and going, the more natural way is actually cheaper. Like if you've got organic food, it's always more expensive. You want to go, you get fucking, hemp clothing. They charge you a little more because it's, eco-friendly. But if you want your health care au naturel, they'll knock down the price.
They will, but some things they will then not cover because they're like, that's fucking not health care. They're like, you can go have your like wax candle ceremony. We're not paying for that shit.
The water bath lady or the sound bath lady is going to be that costs extra.
Yeah.
United doesn't cover that.
No, they're like, get the fuck out of here with that voodoo shit.
Did you watch it come out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw both of them.
Does that creep you out a little bit?
No, I mean, it's crazy, but you're just so in the moment of it that you're not really thinking about it.
Was that your choice or your wife's choice that you watch?
I mean, she wanted me there. I could have not looked.
Okay, yeah.
If I wanted to, but
Yeah, because that's one of the things I was,
making sure he's healthy and stuff and breathing when they come out.
The closest I would come is the other side of the curtain. They have to put that little curtain up. Well, I don't know if they do that actually. I haven't seen it on movies.
Not really. I mean, they didn't. There's no little curtain thing.
Yeah, I would do that. I don't want to. It also feel like I'm not helping out. Why the fuck am I like? I don't go to my mechanic's shop and be like, hey man, let me poke around while you're fucking doing.
Turn the wrench. Turn it.
Like what the fuck is they need my help for?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd just be in the way.
It's emotional support, but then as soon as it's born, you latches on to the mother, tries to get it breastfeeding, but then it's like for that first day overnight in the hospital, you're both waking up back and forth, having to change it and shit like that. I hate that. That was one of the things I disliked the most was spending the night in the hospital. I don't like staying in hospitals overnight.
Well, it's an institution. It seems it's a prison with nicer furniture. I mean, it just there's nothing fun about it. And they also charge you what $14,000 a fucking night to stay together.
Yeah, I mean,
most expensive hotel room in the world.
We had good insurance, so we paid $500, I think.
Well, that's the other funny thing about hospitals too. Like so apparently you can't just call up a hospital and say, hey, how much for an MRI or an X-ray? Their first question is, what insurance do you have? Yeah. It's like, no. Like, what's the list price? There is no list price.
No.
Which is fucking bananas.
And you can call them and say, they'll say it's like $5,000 for an MRI billed to your insurance and you pay the copay or whatever.
Yeah, it's $500, right? You pay whatever.
Or if you don't have insurance, it's $700. And you're like, wait, what? And your copay is like $499 and you're like, well, it's
should I cancel my copay and just pay out of pocket? Like, They're worse than used car. You can't even negotiate with a used car salesman like that anymore. Like now with like Carvana and Car Gurus and all this shit. Like
they're just like, it's this flat
this
rate.
is the internet has spoken.
Yeah.
Like across the country, this is the price. Is the price. But now you got to treat your fucking doctor like he's a used car salesman, like and try and jay him down.
I just got it.
I didn't say the J word. You know, they are still in power. Despite what Donald Trump says, I watch my mouth. I'm in Hollywood.
Still, I just made 2 of them, dude.
He hasn't gotten rid of those people yet. He's working on it.
I just bought a new car. Or not a new car, but a used car. And
What'd you go with?
It's a Nissan Murano.
Okay, all right. I would have thought Subaru.
They're a little more expensive. But bought it outright, no loan or anything, from CarMax.
Yeah.
One part of the no negotiations, this is just a flat rate, is they don't give a shit about you.
Oh, yeah.
And especially, like, I'm spending $15,000 in cash.
It's a major
here.
purchase for you.
I'm trying to get it done as quick and seamless as possible. Still took me 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know the car I want to buy that car.
Yeah, and it's cash. It's not like you're waiting on a loan document or anything like that.
Nothing like that. Just
you should be able to put it on your credit card and have them delivered to your house like Amazon.
Yeah.
At this point.
I was just in there like, is there no sense of urgency from anybody
does
here?
anybody want my money?
Fish on the line.
Yeah,
No,
listen, I get why companies drag their feet with customer service because the purchase has already been made. But if I'm about to spend, I shouldn't even have to think about you taking my money.
Yeah.
It should just be completely seamless.
Well, but
that's Amazon's real trick is that they just make it easy to take your money.
They're taking the commission away from the salesman. So
yeah, but the company gets to keep. Like somebody's making that.
I know, but there's no company guy there at the store going, work harder. They should be.
Yeah, get Elon Musk on that fucking jerk off. Dude, I bought a new car last summer because mine got totaled, or new used car. And it's funny, interest rates started going up, because inflation was going crazy. And I had my insurance company gave me literally 80% of what it cost to get a used car from the same year, but a better one. Used car rates were so high. And then it was an extra $5,000. I was like, I could afford to pay for that out of pocket if I needed to.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I told the guy, I was like, all right, I want this. It was like a Toyota RAV4. And he's like, okay, here's this financial option. I was like, oh, no, I'll just pay cash. He goes, whoa, I can get you a better rate. He came back, he knocked down the interest rate. I swear to God, 2 points. As soon as I could pay in cash, because they get more money from the loan origination now than they do on the car sale because Carvana compressed all the commissions.
Yeah.
So the bank pays them more to get me to take out a loan in hopes that I fucking pay interest for the rest of my life in default and they can just take the car.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, great.
Yeah, you pay ultimately price and a half for the car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be 2.5 times what the car's fucking worth.
Yeah.
It's a nice little scam they got running there.
Yeah.
I still think the best is insurance, though. Whenever you have to legally have something and then they don't have to legally provide you a service, I mean, they're straight up. It's like selling you a lotto ticket. They're like, yeah, maybe this will cash in someday. Maybe it probably won't.
You want to get into it. You really want to get into it.
Well, I mean, I figure healthcare is a big thing in your world now. You got 2 kids. You got to worry about this shit.
Income tax.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because that is wild. Everybody looks at a refund is like, woo, I got money back. And you go, no, they held your money for a year so you couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, banks paying
they
interest.
They collected interest on it.
Exactly. That's the whole bank model.
And then they just gave you back what they had held
your own
from
money.
You.
Yeah, where's my fucking penalty fees for the late payment?
And you go, yeah, I know.
What the fuck is this horse shit?
And they'll give you a little sliver of interest on it, but say you can file back for 5 years and still get money if you didn't file, or you can refile 5 years ago and get money that you're still owed. They don't give you interest on 5 years. They give you interest on that 1 year, even though they had it for 5 years and never told you, told you, hey, we still have money of yours that you could get.
Well, the good news is they're firing most of the IRS agents, so all of us will be able to cheat on our taxes rampantly.
I saw one today. I made a video about it. This woman was like, it was my dream to work for the IRS. And I was like,
wow.
Arrest that woman.
Who is that person?
A serial killer.
But listen, at some level, though, it does make me happy that there are people who like being accountants. And that's their joy, because at least
accountants, yes, but not for the government.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, being a private accountant is better than being an accountant for the U.S. government. But I mean, it is interesting that I am glad that some people out there like to do that shit because most of us aren't willing to. And I'd like for people to do a job they actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And obviously it's sick. That person definitely has some sort of autism. Like, I mean, it's very clear.
Oh, yeah.
So they're cheese sandwich
Just love numbers.
Yeah, exactly. They're a cheese sandwich person. This kind of person you just slide a cheese sandwich under their office door and just don't let them out.
Yeah.
Just let them produce spreadsheets for you. But I'm glad they exist. Otherwise, this place would be it'd be mayhem.
I mean, I'm just saying, private accountants, Jews, they work for us. Okay, they make us money.
AKA,
it's the autistic whites that go and work for the machine.
Yeah, it is. It is weird too because like they're like, oh, it's a call to public service. I'm like, I don't think that's it. I think it's that you're not going to get as much as if you worked for a private company, but you're also not going to work as hard. And in 25 years, you get like a legitimate pension.
A good pension. Also, the job security up until now was like how much you would have to fuck off to actually get fired from one of those jobs.
Yeah. Any government job is like that.
Yeah.
Even to some degree, cops are those same people who don't want to work. They work hard, but they want the authority. And they know if they do 20 years, I mean, you could become a police officer by the age of 20, like literally right out of high school.
I had a friend who did 20 to retired at 40.
Yeah, exactly. And you're getting 75% of your base pay at the end. And then you just go get another job. It's it's perfect.
He got a job as a part-time bus driver for the school district, and so he'll get a little pension from that in 20 years.
Yeah, dude. I knew a buddy of mine. His dad was a fire chief at one of the fire stations in New York when I was a kid, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting to do finish my 20. I already got a job lined up. This is post 9/11." In New York City, every building over like 10 or 5 stories has to have like a fire marshal, like a consultant.
Yeah.
So I think he was making like. I want to say he was making like $220,000 a year as like the chief of a firehouse. He was like higher up. So they gave him like $180,000 annual pension. And then he got a $120,000 a year job where literally for 4 times a year, he had to go in and run a fire drill on like a 30-story skyscraper in New York. So he was making like $300,000 a year, and he was like 52 years old. I was like, and this is 20 years ago.
Have you seen
so he was really caking it.
Stuff that's come out about the fire officials here after the fires and what they're making for pay.
Oh, yeah.
And like one guy, I think his salary was like $185,000 a year, but he made $600,000 in overtime.
Yeah.
And you're like, so you worked more
overtime than
you did regular time.
How is that possible?
And what did you do? It still burned down.
Yeah, I mean, not one more house was saved because of this shit. And look, I obviously they should be compensated for the work they do, but when it's not even
firefighters, you're great. You don't do a lot. You sit around a lot.
Well, yeah, you know what they do a lot of is more accidents. They're doing more car accidents than anything else because most buildings have better fire codes now. And I don't know about this fucking town, but back east, all the buildings have to have sprinklers. So any new building, it's not gonna. The whole building's not gonna burn down because the sprinklers turn on and it limits it to a floor.
They also have time for chili cook-offs and
they get sun
calendar photo shoots.
Yeah, dude, you know what the hottest fucking? So I used to ride my bike along the that big the whole walkway that goes around the city of Boston, like the harbor.
Oh yeah,
and in Charlestown, in the North End, it's like the hottest. I talk to these guys, so I pass them all the time. A bunch of firemen. It was a firehouse right on the pier, and they were the ones that handled like boat fires. So they literally had like a giant range grill. They had a bunch of pontoon boats and lounge chairs, and they would just sit out there and sun and grill all day. One day, I was riding my bike by and just stopped there. They asked me, "Hey, how'd you guys get this post?" He's like, "Oh, this is the hardest post to get."
Yeah.
He's like, "All these guys are 20 years in." He's like, "This is all they're doing this for years before they retire."
See that over there? That's Whitey Bulge's nephew. See that over there? Yeah. That's Tony V's.
Yeah, that's the mayor's kid. Yeah. It's all a sweetheart job. But look, I think they should get paid a fair salary. The problem is the overtime is what trips me out. Like, when you're that senior, it's not like these guys are dragging hoses. People making $185,000, $250,000.
Yeah, you're a chief. What's this
you're
overtime?
You're doing paperwork.
Yeah.
So why are you getting billed overtime hours? Aren't you on a salary and bonus like everybody else? Isn't there some sort of performance incentive?
Yeah.
It's not just because you sat there that many hours during the day. Like he could be just jerking off in his office for he's not out fighting the fire. Spread that around a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's just me. Although I will say firemen are universally beloved. Unlike I think there's no other civil service job that is as universally beloved as a fireman.
True. Trash guy.
Trash guy's a secret.
We don't
big
love him,
moneymaker.
but at the same time, we go. We really need you. If
that's
one week goes by and they don't pick up that trash, you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's one of the few jobs I've read this a few years ago that no matter what type of technology is invented, you're still going to need garbage men, municipal garbage men, and that's why their salary is so high because most people think, it's a dirty job, and it's but they make just as much money as these fucking firemen make $300,000-$400,000 a year well overtime. But especially in major cities, it's not like self-driving cars ain't good enough to actually pick up automated trash pickup because people are fucking idiots. We can't put our trash cans out at the right time in the right place. AI's not gonna, it's gonna take a lot longer to figure that out than how to for AI to fucking write a stupid essay for you for high school. Like, there's no way, to navigate all the problems that might come up with trash pickup. So their jobs are fucking safe, and they make bank, dude.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was really
and they do meth while they work. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and they also find all sorts of things.
Fun. I mean,
dead bodies, drugs. I wonder how much drugs they find. They must find a lot of drugs in a major city like this.
Yeah.
People hiding shit.
I think I found a bag of heroin one time.
Really? What'd you do with it?
Threw it away. I didn't want to have anything to do with that. I was like, I don't want to. Even I know some heroin people I can give this to, but then
you don't want to be the guy giving them fentanyl.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine once found 10 gram packs of powder cocaine when we were kids in Queens. He sold it to another friend. They sold it to somebody else.
Nice.
I think he sold it. I swear to God, it was like $100. I'm like, and now, we were like 17, 18 at the time. Man, about 18, 19, was my first year in college, I think.
You realized that was like $1,100.
Yeah. I was like, you got fucking ripped off, dude. He's like, I don't know what cocaine costs. Which is funny because people in my neighborhood sold it, and we were all too poor to afford to do it.
It's like when you start buying Adderall off somebody because they just got a new script, and they're like, yeah, well, a buck or two a pill, and then they find out from somebody else, and they're like, oh, no, it's $15.
Yeah, it's 15, like, 20, 30 milligrams, that's $20.
Who told you? God damn it.
So 2 kids, what's new in the world, man? How are you concerned for the future of your children given this environment? I don't talk a lot of politics, but I feel like because I don't care, I don't have any stake in the world after I'm gone. So, I don't have any children, but
look, we're moving.
Oh, really? Where you going, bud?
Yeah, we're moving to Texas in
Austin.
Austin in
You're
September.
Making the move.
Yep.
What pushed this?
You mentioned them, the 2 kids.
Okay, well, it is cheaper for sure.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Cheaper.
Austin's a good town for comedy.
But it's not. It might even be a step up.
You think so? I think it's a little more friendly in terms of doing shows at night because they're all in that one strip, and for the most part. But I feel like it got a little. I haven't been there in probably 8-9 months, but right after the pandemic, it was almost like too hot. It was too much. It was too. It was almost like a cliche. But I feel like it eased into a nice little scene out there.
Yeah, I was just there in October. I did the Mothership.
Nice. I did the Mothership, about a year ago.
And what else did I do? Creek in the Cave.
Creek in the Cave, dude. There couldn't be 2 more different cultures. Of comedy club in that town. So
and they're like 5-minute walking.
Yeah, it was
distance.
at 6th Street or whatever. On one end is the Comedy Mothership, which is like the new, Joe Rogan's new mecca, and they run it like a concentration camp. From my experience, I did one of the shows and they hold you in a room. You're escorted to bathrooms. At least at the time they were doing this shit. I don't know if this is still the case. No, it was weird.
Only place they didn't want me to hang out was the green room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't let you when you're
they let me walk all
when
around
you're done,
backstage.
Get your shit, get out. I mean, but I don't know what was going on, but
I was also there. I was on. I was doing 2 shows with Brian Simpson. So
okay. All right. Oh, yeah. It was a little cooler. Okay. Yeah. Which is also weird. They don't let you in the green room. Like, what are the green room for the features?
I walked in and I got there early. I was just there for the day, and walked into the green room, put my backpack down because I'm like I didn't even have a hotel room. I was going to leave there
and find a place.
I was going to hang out for a little while and then go to the airport and fly back.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I set my backpack down. And I open the door, and it's Ron White and Adam Egget sitting on the couch. And I'm like, oh, I don't know either of these guys.
Yeah, well.
And then I turn to look over, and Derek Poston's sitting there. And I was like, Derek, what's up? And he's like, hey, what's up?
You have somebody vouch for you that you're not a fucking creep.
Yeah. And then I set my backpack down, walked back out into the little room, hanging out there. Adam walks out about 10 minutes later, and he goes, hey, man, what's your name again? I go, Handren. We met in L.A. a couple times. He goes, oh, awesome, man. Look, can't have you in the green room. And I just go, no problem. I'll grab my bag.
I know. Yeah, so it's a little unwelcoming, but also it's a little, I feel like also unwelcoming to the guests because they have that bar in the front. That, that should be but no one really hangs there because they don't let anybody, at least when I was there, they didn't let anybody hang for the.
So now
even the comics, there's no like the outside bar at the Comedy Store is open, like it's a hang.
Yeah.
Like it was missing a place to hang. But then you go to the Creek and Cave, and it is literally the inmates are running the asylum over there. It is romp, and it's fun, but it is, and the shows are great. But it's two ends of the spectrum in terms of how they treat comedians. Comedians, like at the Creek and Cave, it's just run by all comedians, and it seems like it's like organized chaos.
Yeah.
And then at the mothership, it's fucking, you're goose stepping to your set.
Yeah, it's all fucking former military security and shit.
It's a little.
But no, that bar now, it was open to the public all pre-show and all during the shows. And so people overflow would go and hang out there.
Yeah, some place it's like if I'm not on a show, I just want to hang. I should be able to go to the bar and buy a drink. Like when I'm not performing, I don't act as if I belong in the green room.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on the show, I'll go in the green room. I won't go in the green room if I'm just hanging out unless somebody invites me to the green room.
Yeah.
But I want to go sit at the bar, sit at the bar at the Improv, have a drink or whatever at the patio of the Comedy Store. That was missing when I was there, but it seems like they got it open now, which is good news.
Well, then when the shows end, it's just comics. But if you're on the show, they give you a bracelet, and anybody, you don't have to be past there.
They didn't have any bracelets or any of that shit when I was.
Anybody who's on the shows can go hang out there after the shows.
Yeah. It sounds like they tuned it up a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Good news.
I got a great green room story. Laugh Boston. I was biking there to go watch Joey Diaz, and
I haven't seen him in ages. I got to see him again.
I got there, and I had maybe worked there like the weekend before, and so I felt comfortable just walking back and going to the green room.
Is Joanne still there, by the way?
This was years ago. Okay. This was back when I was living in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Rode my bike over because I want to watch Joey Diaz, and I had a backpack and my bike helmet strapped to the backpack, and I was like, I don't want to be walking around with this on.
I had that look.
Looking like a fucking nerd. So I'd seen Joey walk out, and I was like, maybe there's nobody in the green room. I'm just going to go hide this in there and go grab it after the show. I open up the door.
In the bathroom back there that no one uses.
I open up the door, and he is the only one sitting in there. And he goes, what happened?
What's up, dog?
And I go, oh, hey, man, I apologize. I'm a comic, and I just didn't want to walk around with my backpack and helmet all night, so I was just going to set it in here. And he goes, oh, hey, I totally get it. I go, here's the thing. I don't fucking know you. And I go, yep, I get it. He goes, no problem. See you later.
It's something about riding a bike in your helmet. During the pandemic, I saw Joey Diaz. I was walking. Where the fuck? Oh, I was getting my car repaired, so I went to walk and get a coffee. And I'm walking through North Hollywood, and just a fucking hot day, and I just see this big fat fuck on a bike, sweating, huffing and puffing. I'm walking by, and as he passed by, I'm like, oh fuck, it's Joey Diaz. Hey, what's up? What's up, dog? I'm like, Joey Diaz riding a bike. No one was. This is like the dead heat of the pandemic, and I hadn't seen him in a while. He did put on weight, but he lost a ton.
Yeah, that was rough on. I think he's finally starting to come back and do a lot more stand-up, but he really stopped for a while.
How much money do you think he gave away for doing that? He was, because he even cut off the fucking podcast, which was a big podcast. Must be nice to be able to just say, I don't want the money.
It's crazy.
Because I need the money, right?
Well, I do see things, though, where I go, I bet that's friends helping friends out, where he'll read a bunch of the ads on Rogan's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet he said, Joey, you need 10 grand? I don't want to do these.
I'll get the advertising agent to pay you 15 grand to read these, do these reads. Okay, dog.
Send them over my way.
So 2 kids, how old is it? 2-3 months, you said?
2 months, yeah.
2 months? All right, so that's long enough. Who do you like more?
He's a boy.
Obviously, my son, my progeny.
Although she is killing it. She's doing monkey bars now.
Okay.
Not even
Is she jacked? Can she do chin-ups? Because some little babies are fucking jacked. And
she can't do a chin-up yet, but she was doing it today. Go down, swing around, come back, swing around, do it 3 or 4 times.
She's a little daredevil, huh?
Yeah, just swinging around. She's doing somersaults, getting to a front flip. We got her a trampoline. She's killing it. She's definitely
yard space, or is this
we do. We got a backyard now.
That's nice. Is it where you at now?
West side.
Okay. Oh shit! You moved back to this side. Weren't you living over in Silver Lake for a while?
When we first moved here, yeah. Okay. But then...
God, why the fuck is the time going? I'm losing track of shit.
2020, we moved to Santa Monica. Then we got pregnant, moved to Westwood.
You go with we got pregnant.
Yeah, I did it. She couldn't have done it without me. And she complains about how much it hurt when it came out of her. Felt great coming out of me. I don't know.
Well, this
somewhere along the line, she fucked it up. I'm just saying.
I always like that. It's like, we're pregnant. It reminds me of like when guys are like talking about their favorite sports team. Oh, we just need to play better defense. It's like, buddy, you're sitting on the couch. Yeah. They need to play better defense.
You're not even in their ear.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even like you. They just want your money. Like, they wouldn't hang out with you, but they want your ticket money. Your
I would
revenue.
love to ask NBA players, has anybody ever shouted something from the crowd that you're like, that is some really good advice. I will pick up. You're like, he's dropping on the 3-post next time. Look at him.
Yeah,
like,
right.
He is dropping.
He's got to tell he's going to rush. It's like, what? He called it. Tony Romoing it from the fucking from the sidelines. Oh, so you're with the we, huh?
Look, I just said it. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I said every time.
Are you guys looking at schools yet for the little girl? She's 3 now.
She's in a preschool.
Okay. Well, did you have to go through the hoops, the
No,
interviews, and
it wasn't bad.
Sucking some leftist dick to get into the?
It was not bad. The preschool's great. It's mostly just them playing, which I like. They don't teach them a lot. I go, yeah, I don't need you whispering in her ear.
Yeah. What does that kind of go for in this fucking town? Because I know it's expensive to get childcare.
Oh yeah, it is.
Are we talking multiple thousands a week to just put her in a fucking?
If she was going full time, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she's only going 2 days a week right now. But yeah, it would probably be easily. I think it would be like 2,400.
Okay.
If she was going Monday through Friday.
Jesus Christ.
9 to 4.
$2,400, huh?
Yeah, a week.
A week. That's most.
Wait, no, a month. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, wow, that's more than a mortgage payment.
A month
On a nice house, like,
because ours is about 900, and that's 2 days a week.
And the government assistance kicks in for the. You guys, your government parasites.
No, we're legal. We don't get government assistance.
We're legal and white. We got to pay for all this shit out of pocket. So the boy, did you go circumcised, uncircumcised? What do we go with here?
Great question.
The world wants to know.
Yeah, what's my baby's dick look like? Dude, uncircumcised. Factory model.
I figured.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, because I learned that you went anteater.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it wasn't my choice. Thank God. Yeah.
But
they gave me the choice. My parents had the will to give me the choice.
Yeah.
Some other parents, they're like, I don't want them to have the choice. Just take it. And they really ask. They want to take it real quick. Like the second it comes out.
This is the thing in America. I've talked about it years ago on the podcast, and I dabbled in it since, because it's a little piece of skin.
It gets bigger.
Well, if you keep it.
No, even if you cut it off, it still grows.
It's like one of those little pills you used to drop in the water and they turn into like a dinosaur sponge.
Every baby foreskin is adult size now.
Somewhere in the world. Yeah, that's what they're using for skin grafts. Other children's foreskins. Yeah, no, but in this country, it's you have to explicitly tell them not to.
Yeah.
Or they're going to do it. That is the going in
If
rule.
you don't say, we're cutting his dick.
Which is wild, because what other elective surgery is assumed you're doing without like consent? Like you can't like it's not like they give a boob job out and you wake up like, oh, I didn't want these. Like you have to go and get that done. But this one, they just go right out the rip.
Take it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't do that with like the appendix and your tonsils. I feel like that's a better use of preemptive surgery.
Or even a surgery that like it happens later, but they like it should be automatically covered by anything as wisdom teeth.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna take.
I got lucky.
Really? Well, that shows.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Saying you didn't get the wisdom
I know.
teeth? Okay.
I know. My ignorance shines through. But yeah, wisdom teeth, same thing.
But yeah, it's like something you're gonna have to have, or the gallbladder. You don't need it. Just take it out.
Shit, that's a problem. Your colon. Colon cancer.
I think it's because they figure like it's such a little cut. Like
they're
like we don't even use the whole blade.
Yeah, that's why I do it when they're an infant. Because if they're an adult, it'd be more expensive. I wonder what they charge for circumcision. Mikey, look that up. Let's go to prison.
Adult circumcision?
No. What does it cost for circumcision? Don't specify age. It'll probably tell you.
A baby one probably is a moneymaker. And
that's what I'm saying. Don't specify age. Yeah.
Another one they also wanted to do, we didn't do it. They want to give them the first day is the hepatitis B vaccine, which the only way to get hepatitis B is from needles or sex. And they want to give it to a newborn baby.
Well, listen, they don't know what kind of parent you are.
I get that. I get that.
In this day and age. But that is interesting. I wonder, because I feel like as a child, like when I was a kid, I remember getting all of my MMR, like your vaccinations in a series. But I was like 2 or 3. Like I remember getting most of them.
Yeah.
The first
$600 maybe.
$300 to $600, more than Botox.
But with insurance shit, that's gonna.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, and that's out of pocket cost. What are they charging the insurance company? $45,000.
Yeah. Yeah, as much as a Patriot fucking.
So what you're saying is they charge black people more. If there's a range,
it's by the inch.
Yeah, they're like
when you're adult, it's like $2,000.
Whoa. Oh.
Well, you're not getting it.
Yeah. Well, as an adult, they know you have more money. It's hard to rob the kid. They don't even have a social security number yet. They're just born. They barely have a name.
Yeah.
How long can you go without naming your kid if you don't want to name it at the hospital?
So
we're thinking about it. Will they let you release the baby?
I believe it's in the Constitution. I think it's a fortnight.
Yes, it's less than 4 score, more than a fortnight. Somewhere in the.
Thou baby shall be named by the state if the parents have not named it within the season it is born.
Have you looked up the rules for baby naming? Because I know there's some names you can't. Obviously, you can't name your baby Adolf Hitler. But you like some, some different names. Did you have to Google if Zephyr was okay? I guess after Elon Musk named his kid
we were curious about the hard R, but they were fine with it. No, there were some old ones.
And listen, you weren't going to name him the N-word. You're just going to the hard R, Seavey.
No, I'm saying Zephyr versus Zephyr. We were allowed to do Zephyr.
Okay. Zephyr.
Back in the day, you couldn't name your kid King.
Really?
Yeah. And then black people said, "No."
What? Yeah. I mean, there are 2 brothers who played for the NFL. One of them was Boss. The other name was Champ.
Nice.
So Boss and Champ Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
Champ Bailey. Yeah. I mean, it's a great name.
I didn't know his brother's name was Boss.
Yeah, he was a linebacker for the Lions.
Who is it? Doesn't Tiki Barbers have a brother that played too?
Rondé, and they were twins.
Tiki and Rondé.
And they were twins. Identical twins.
That's a wild pair of names to come up with for 2 kids at the same time. Tiki and
Rondé, for sure. You know what being twins does show you, though? Because, I mean, they were both great players. I want to say that Tiki had a slightly more illustrious career.
Yeah.
Just because he was...
Well, he won a Super Bowl, too.
Yeah, because he won a Super Bowl. Did Rondé win with the Bucs? He might not have been on the Bucs at the time they won.
Oh, I don't know.
But then you have Brooke and the other fucking Lopez, his brother, who was worse than him.
Oh, yeah.
But they're genetically identical. So it goes to show you one of them worked harder. And if you're a twin and your brother's better than you at sports, it's clearly because one of you worked harder. It kind of shines a light on how you're a little bit less disciplined than your sibling.
I wonder if, because you look at right now, we got Cooper and Ace Flagg.
Who the fuck are these people?
Cooper Flagg is the #1 college basketball player right now from Maine. First time ever.
Still black.
No.
Whoa, really?
We got a white.
Wow. An American white guy. He's not European.
From Maine.
Wow.
From Maine.
He must be 7'9" or some shit.
6'7".
Oh, so he's athletic.
He can ball. He was playing against.
So he was raised by black people.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
It's a real anomaly.
You tell us we can't do something. It might take us
a while. Is he Larry Bird good, or is he like athletic good?
He is like.
I'm not saying Larry Bird's not athletic, but Larry Bird was,
he
wasn't like jumping out of the arena.
A little smaller bulkiness, but like a LeBron good.
Oh, wow.
Like he is a generational talent.
Okay.
And he left high school early. He just turned 18 this year in college, and he's dominating for Duke.
Jesus.
He's going to be going into...
he went to Duke.
The NBA. And his brother is still in high school. He's a senior, and he's going to be a #1 recruit to a college too, but he wasn't good enough to leave high school early to go to college.
Okay, so he's not as good. Yeah.
Like, he's really fucking good too, and he might end up in the NBA too, but yeah, just that slight difference of 2 guys. And that's the thing where you go, I don't know if it is necessarily one worked harder, because I bet twins playing basketball were playing against each other constantly, and he just... had a slight...
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. You never know. Like, there might have been injury things. Even a fraction of a percentage change compounds over the years. So who knows what, like you
I
said.
used to, when I was a professional skier, everybody, pretty cool.
Back Bad ounce, suck my cock.
I skied with a friend of mine, Simon Dumont, who was a multi-time X Games gold medalist. And there was a thing about him, like we would learn tricks together and shit and push each other. But he'd just go, I think I can do a cork 7 off of this. And I'm like, you haven't hit it yet. And he goes, yeah, I think I got it.
But you just got these.
And then he just goes and does it. And for me, I would go, I'm going to straight air this. Then I'm going to do a 360.
I know my body can't do that.
Then I'm going to do a cork 7. And he's just like, no, I think I can just do this. I saw him one time. There was this wheelchair ramp from the lodge. And it went back and forth like this, coming down from the lodge. And he hopped up onto the railing.
It's ableist, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, he showed those wheelchairs. They were like rolling down. He's like, "Ah-la-da-da." He jumps up on the railing and does like stands so he's parallel with the railing on one foot and does a backflip and lands on the railing on the other side.
Railing to railing.
Railing to railing, backflip.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, that's the thing about like real, like the highest level pro athletes. They have something that, you know, there's an athletic gift you can't overcome.
Yeah.
But what always fascinates me is at that level, like the difference between a starter in the NFL and a guy who's not is not their athletic ability.
Yeah.
You know, like all of them can run a 4.4.
Yeah.
Like, so to be better than those guys, like, fuck, what is that guy doing? Like,
I think that's a lot.
He just understands where the ball's going to go or where he needs to be. Like, because like I said, everyone who's invited to the NFL Combine is going to score great on all the tests.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna fucking blow the numbers out of the water. They're all athletically gifted. But who's a first round pick versus a 6th round pick? It's like fuck. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, it's always bizarre what little things make that difference at that level.
And also the things that people don't see. You look at a guy like both Tom Brady or Jokic.
Yeah.
Where it was not their athletic ability. It was their mentality.
Yeah.
Well, Jokic, it is an athletic ability, but it's just a different kind that nobody thought would work. And that's why he went
he's kind of like Larry Bird, like, you know, like, or Dirk Nowitzki.
Except even slower. And
yeah, or Dirk Nowitzki, like the big guy can shoot threes. Like, what are we doing here?
But Nowitzki had speed on people.
Yeah.
He has no speed.
Yeah.
He has no speed.
Yeah, he's like the Jerry Rice of fucking of the NBA. His
you
numbers
seen-
are crazy, but he's not not even close to the fastest guy.
I don't know his name, but the quarterback for Miami right now for
I heard about it. I haven't seen him yet.
the Gators, I believe.
Yeah.
He just works at halftime, at half speed of everybody else. He just goes half the speed of everybody else, and they fly by him. They come sprinting up, and right at the last second, he just goes, and they just go cruising back. And he's and it's like he figured out this code to, if everybody's running as fast as they can, if I just stay super calm.
Oh, he's giving them the fucking Olay.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Yeah. And then he just throws like nonchalant 40-yard bombs.
Yeah, that's I've learned that the hard way. Like, you know, I'm 42 now, but even before I was in my 40s, you know, fucking, you know, you go to like, oh, let's go play racquetball or whatever the new fucking thing is, pickleball with so and so, and you know, my buddy's fat and same age as me, but he used to be an athlete, and he's just, like his balance, you know, like in his coordination. I'm like, how the fuck are you this good? Like you're a slob. Like,
yeah.
You know, what is going on here? He's like, you know, I used to play baseball, so I'm good at hitting, you know, balls that, you know, I can see the spin on a ball. I'm like, all right, I don't know what that means. I don't see any spin on this pickleball. Like,
Bert Kreischer named it the Mickey Mantle gene, and I definitely have that, where I'm gonna be good at whatever I try.
Yeah, I have
athletically.
I quit
my
if I'm not
body's
gonna be good
slowing down now, but like if it's a skill thing, ping pong, shooting threes, something like that, even if it's something new, I'm gonna pick it up real quick.
Yeah, I was always more of a blunt force guy physically.
Yeah, just plow through people.
Well, I just wasn't. I wasn't like, you know, I was never tall or the fastest guy, but I was strong.
Yeah.
So you lean on that. But you know, mentally, I'm still sharp. I feel like that's what I go with. You know?
You think so?
Well, you know,
You doing the nicotine?
I feel like if I state something that's partially true, loud enough and repetitively, I'll win the argument.
Nice.
So, you know, that's the strategy that's been working for me.
And that's intelligence.
Yeah, but that in this day and age, that's what counts. You know, if I could convince, if I just shout you down, I win the argument.
Yeah.
This is the political discourse we're in now.
Or if I can make you look like a fool.
Yeah, exactly. If I can embarrass you publicly. Speaking of embarrassed publicly, Maine, dude. The old governor of Maine taking shots at the president, at the king.
Boys will play sports with girls in our state.
I know. What a hill to die on.
I know.
It's such a bad, like, it's, It's one of these things. Like, I'm not even a political guy. I kind of watch it like the NBA offseason or Love Island UK. It's a TV drama that really is not going to be meaningful in any real way to me in my day-to-day life. So I just want to see what's this idiot doing now, and to like that be the time to stand up. It's like, yeah, maybe your state did want that, but that's not the hill to die on.
They do not.
That's what I'm saying.
I can guarantee most people in that state who have kids do not
but
want
it's at best a 50-50 issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even in California, I bet 40% of the people are like, maybe we don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's not like, oh, you know, we're going to abolish the fire department. That you would fucking win that argument 100 times out of 100. You know, like to go against this guy who's obviously shown that, you know, 90% of any argument he'll win. You have to have something like an argument so convincing that can't have that kind of pushback. And this is not the one.
No,
this is not the one. But I like that she stood up to him, though, the one taking shit. You know, like at the press conference.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would just tell him, yeah, your fucking mother. You know, like just like go back at him. Like, I feel like they're still trying to be respectable politicians, and he's not.
I know.
So just like, the guy, you're fat and you're orange. Shut up. Like, if you just said that,
yeah,
like that would have been way funnier.
Yeah.
You're fat and you're orange. We'll see how it goes.
Is the governor of Maine here? Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
That I would have been like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, with a real New England accent.
Yeah.
Go fuck your mother. And she got up and left.
You wicked gay.
Yeah, what are you fucking retarded?
He probably would have been like, didn't know you had it in you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you call
chief of staff.
Exactly. If she's a new chief of staff. Yeah, what are you
Next
fucking
week,
retarded?
she's just like, yeah, Trump's a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she goes, yeah, what are you fucking retarded? That answer is like, maybe she is agreeing or maybe she's disagreeing, but she used retarded. I respect that.
Oh no, that's fucking dumb. You take that down to Presque Isle if you want. That's where the queers hang out.
The queers. By the way, queer never left Boston.
It
was always in vogue in Boston.
But they queer.
Yeah, no, but they also use it a different way. Like the first time I heard it, like I moved to Charlestown and I went to.
That was your first mistake.
Oh no, this is. I mean, it was. You know, this is like just when it was on the up and coming, like when they started building the Navy Yard.
Yeah, no, the new isn't better either.
No,
it's all like.
Good point. Yeah, it was just chock full of poor whites.
They're like. Well, it's like it was a bunch
moving
of
to Southie.
It was a bunch of poor white people. And then they're like, we're going to make this nice. How's about, like a Wahlburger? And you're like, I still don't want to live in that neighborhood.
I'd rather the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Put up a Taco Bell and get serious. Or Kelly's roast beef, even better. But I was down at Sully's Tavern, and I knew the owner.
Sully?
No, it was like his grandson. No, this place was grandfathered in. It was like his grandfather. He was, I want to say it was like his grandfather, his mother's father or whatever. But I asked him, I'd eaten mushrooms for the first time in a while. My buddy who I was living with, at the time. And we're in there telling him, what were you guys up to yesterday? I didn't see you. I was like, Friday night, where were you in there for? I was like, oh, we got whacked out on mushrooms. He goes, oh, dude, I haven't done those since the late 70s. It's like I took a handful of those things. I was on fucking Queer Street for an hour and a half. I was on Queer Street. I was like the gay area? He's like, no, I just didn't know where the fuck I was. Just the way they use queer was funny to me.
My daughter said the other day, we went into a bathroom at Ralph's, and we walked in, and somebody had clearly taken a shit in there, and she just goes, oh, Daddy, who put the stink in here?
She's a writer. She's a natural writer.
I'm going to use that for the rest of my life.
She's a theologian.
And I'm going to use it for good things, too.
Yeah, you put the stink on this shit.
Yeah. Walk into a room and good band playing. Who put the stink in here? All right.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are too wrapped up in this shit. Or people
your life isn't going to change. No, I want to say most of you, it's going to get slightly better, and that's about it.
Yeah, or worse. But I feel like people are wrapped up in it.
Are you about to cry?
No, I was crying. What about this country? Or my life? No, I laugh. So I don't shoot myself in the mouth.
Would you go mouth? Or would you go side of the head?
No. You go in the mouth or under the chin.
Yeah.
You want to go right through the brainstem. Side of the head, dude, you might...
So you're pointing back, though?
Back or
not,
up.
I was thinking
any direction on the mouth or chin goes right to the, your brainstem goes up through the top of your head. So you
We're
want to
talking about sucking dick, right?
Yeah. I want it to go to the deepest part of my skull. I'm not shallow diving.
Suicide by black cock.
I think there's about 25 OnlyFans pages dedicated to that. Oh, dude, you worried about that? As your daughter gets older, you think she's gonna get on the page on the OnlyFans?
No, absolutely not.
How do you know? The world
Because I will kill her. I'm Muslim. I don't know if you know that.
Honor killings exist.
We throw acid in their face.
That is a weird thing, the honor killing. It's like, what? You shamed us. It's like, no. Don't you want to take it out on the other person?
Also, like,
that's where I am.
You killed your daughter. I feel like it's honorable to kill you now.
Yeah. Well, you should kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's where the honor killing should end. It should be a murder-suicide. Like
you want to talk about...
The Japanese would kill themselves out of honor.
Sabuki.
Yeah, exactly. You don't kill your fucking daughter or your wife out of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill yourself. She shamed me. I should die.
You give your daughter a grenade to pull when the soldier comes.
Exactly. Yeah, I was talking about this. More shame. Instead of your daughter shamed you, she dies. No, your daughter shamed you. You should be ashamed of yourself. You die.
Yeah.
More people should kill themselves.
Yeah.
And
I want to say
probably
that.
Cut that from the YouTube.
If my daughter gets an OnlyFans, I'm gonna kill myself.
Or I'm gonna take all the money. One or the other. You're gonna go Britney Spears' dad or Marvin Gaye's dad, where you kill him and then kill yourself.
Yeah. Over coffee.
Over matcha.
Or no, that was I believe Al Green's dad.
Oh yeah, no.
Threw coffee in his face or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's still alive though.
I know he's
and he gave up. He's still he went straight Christian. He hates all of his old, passionate songs. He doesn't do any of those.
Because I want to see him live. I know he's still performing. He's not doing any of those no more.
I think he does. Maybe a couple that he's okay with.
That's crazy. I mean, as a musician, like
he'll do Take
You
Me to the
want to
River.
make money, Al Green? Do the fucking
No,
hits.
he wants to preach the Lord's.
What a fucking...
And also, he already has all the money.
Yeah, but come on. This is America. You could always... More. What's enough? More. Have we not learned this? Elon Musk has it all. And he's like, you know what? Let's go over $1 trillion. I'm taking over the government. But it's fucking... It's the American way. Stealing.
Yeah.
But...
grifting.
Grifting. But it used to be... This is my beef with it. It used to be respectable. You used to hide it.
Yeah.
It used to be patriotic. Like, I'm not stealing, from us. I'm stealing from other people. We steal from Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exploit the world is what we used to do. Now we're exploiting.
When did we give up being, emperor of the world? This
Obama.
This is my problem.
Obama was the first globalist.
We need to start stealing from others again.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Absolutely. In Greenland, you're first.
Yeah.
They got a lot of oil. We're coming for it.
Well, I'm surprised we ever gave up the Panama Canal.
It was a dumb move.
It really was. It really was.
I mean, did we really think Panama was going to do a good job? They couldn't even build it. Why did we think they could?
Yeah, exactly. I have a theory that they gave it up because of all the money laundering. Panama said, because that's a big money laundering center, the Panama Papers.
Yeah.
I feel like they said, okay, if you keep laundering our money, we'll give you the Panama Canal back.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was.
Maybe.
But I think now, because they got popped a few years back with the Panama Papers, like, well, you guys fucking broke the deal. We can't launder money through it anymore. We're taking it back. That's where I'm at with this one.
And also, they were allowing the Chinese to come in too much.
Oh, yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah.
That's the real enemy of freedom, the Chinese Communist
Yes.
Party. I mean, everyone's talking about Russia and this and that, Iran. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. But the Chinese, there's a lot of them. You don't know who's a communist and who's just oppressed by a communist. That's why they kill each other in droves.
Yeah.
I mean, one of your famous quotes. I'll let you say it.
What'd I say?
No one's killed more Asians than the
Oh, no. Yeah, you know who really hates Asians? The Chinese government.
Yeah, exactly. Who really hates Asians? The Chinese government.
They've killed more than anybody else.
I don't know, 70, 80 million now?
Yeah.
They make Stalin look like a puppy.
They do. And I think both Stalin and Mao don't like that Hitler is seen as the worst guy in history.
I bet they would be pretty disturbed.
They would be like, oh, we did our work.
Yeah, like
Much
we're
more
not
than
getting. They want some DEI.
Yeah,
that's what they want. Like he's Russian, he's communist, and obviously the Asian.
Well,
Mao.
he was actually from Georgia. He wasn't even Russian.
Yeah, when Hitler was from Austria.
Yeah,
isn't that funny? A bunch of immigrants with an anti-immigrant policy. What a wild concept. Hitler was all about Germans. He was Austrian. Fucking Stalin was Georgian. He's all about the Russians.
I think he actually hated Russia.
Elon Musk's fucking South African. He's all about fucking, United States.
Can't trust the Africans.
No, you can't. Except the Nigerians. They're good. You ever see the income spread?
They do well.
Yeah, no, this is one of the other myths that the world circulates. Like, black Americans doing poorly. It's like, no. Like, if you break down that
I think
chart,
Nigerians are doing better than whites.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, it's almost like the average GDP per capita amongst Indians is the highest.
Yeah,
it's like 130,000.
Then I think
that is Nigerians. I swear to God, it's like 110,000.
Rape. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Then it's like Jews and everybody else. That's the order in which it goes. Nigerians are sneaky about that, which is good. You want to keep your money making on the slide.
Whenever I look at those charts, and I wonder like if where my family would fit in, like are we just regular whites, or is it like are we Irish enough that would be excluded to just the Irish as far as earnings?
Yeah,
I have no idea how my dad's side of the family got into this country.
Well, that's I've said that recently. I forget what I was talking about, but I was like, this country used to be better when there was white on white racism.
Oh yeah, when
the Irish are called the Polacks,
when the Italians weren't white.
When the Italians weren't white. Yeah, I mean there was, and everybody hated the Albanians. There's just the next white person coming in. They weren't all white.
Yeah,
the world was better when whites were fighting amongst themselves. Now the whites united is when we have a problem.
Well, except that the whites have not united because of
Jews.
Well. I was going to say,
are they white? Are they
you
not?
mentioned Albanians. I was going to say the white muzzies.
The white muzzies, yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah. Dude, do you know that there's more Asian Muslims than there are Middle Eastern?
Indonesia is the biggest
People are like,
Muslim
which
country
I
in the
think
world.
it's funny. They're like, it's anti-Islamic, it's racist. And I'm like, do you know most Islamic people are not actually Middle Eastern?
Yeah.
Like, they're not brown. Like, they're actually yellow.
Indonesians are pretty brown.
Yeah, they are the Puerto Rico of Asia.
Yeah. No, you're thinking of the Philippines.
That's right. That's right. Correct me.
It's like, my name is Mumong Sanchez.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Dude, the Japanese have a big population in Chile?
I like how you say that.
What?
Japanese.
Well, I don't want to call them, I don't want to call them zips. This podcast is getting definitely shadow banned.
Fun historical fact about the Japanese is when they put them in internment camps here, do you know that they got it right?
Most of them were actually spies?
No. It was a good move. No, they didn't fuck up and get Chinese people or Koreans or anything.
Wow, really?
That generation was able to.
That's crazy. We could not do that today.
No.
I mean, they're fucking rounding up fucking Native Americans with this purge now.
Yeah.
And like, that's not a Mexican. That's clearly Native American. They can't tell them. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got it.
America should get credit for that.
For getting it right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been, the internment might have been questionable. But the fact that we only got the Japanese is pretty impressive, especially back then, without computers or aids or
also, look at it this
sense.
way. They very politely went into internment camps, didn't try to break out, overthrow anything, and then we let them out. Okay, so maybe
that is true.
Maybe if you're going to be
I went to
put into an internment camp, just take it.
I think it's called Manzanita. An American concentration camp is better than a German concentration camp. 10 times out of 10, in my experience. Because I went to Manzanita, like out on the way to Death Valley. It's close. And dude, I walked into like one of their barracks. I mean, I'll be honest. Obviously, you don't want to be rousted up and taken out of your home, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was like an army barracks. Like there was, they had a dresser and a desk, and you live with your family it was almost like a long hut.
But what you don't realize,
you know what they didn't have? There was no gas chambers in the showers.
Yeah,
there was none of that. They had basketball courts, like play areas for the kids outside in between the. Like as far as concentration camps goes, this is the nicest one I've been to. But I've been to a few, and this
Japanese.
And this is the nicest concentration camp.
What you don't realize, they put them in the desert for a reason, is because Japanese are an island people, and if they're too far from the ocean, they dry out and die eventually. And so that's why they
like a fucking salamander or something.
So that was the torture for them.
They slowly, they absorb oxygen to their wet skin.
Yeah.
And the desert slowly kills them.
They needed to be in a heavy, salty air environment.
It's always fun, Jordan, talking to you, buddy. We got to get to some news. I before we get to the news, though, what are your general politics? Because I feel like you're like me in that, people think they see you, they hear you, they know where you're from.
Yeah.
And they think, oh, this guy's this thing.
Yeah.
But then you have a range of opinions on things that people wouldn't expect.
Sure.
And so where do you classify yourself?
I'm a fucking lost sailor out here at sea. I don't have
I'm
a party
all
anymore.
on this one.
I don't know. I voted Democrat most of my life, and then I stopped voting.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was.
Because for journalistic integrity, that way I could make fun of both sides and not feel like I had.
I just felt like it wasn't worth doing unless I lived in one of 7 states.
And also that neither side had all of the value, all of the things
you're never
that I
gonna
wanted.
get that. You're never gonna get that.
And
that's actually my problem with most people is the fact that I feel like most people don't agree with 100% of either side's policy.
Yeah.
They have to and grift towards it.
Yeah.
Instead of keep maintaining their, like you said, maintaining their integrity and saying, yeah, I agree with 70% of this and 30% of that, so I'm going to sit this one out. Most people are like, well, if I agree with 70%, I have to eat the other 30%. So what are you doing? Like, you're going to sell yourself out? I'm with you on that.
But I also think, like, especially come to this last election and being in a place like LA and you've just seen full Democratic control, what it does, you go, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a total
want
grift like everything else.
Full Democratic control, and I probably don't want full Republican control either. And I love that was one thing I liked about Maine. I feel like one of the senators, he's gotten a little grifted to the Democratic Party, but we always had for a long time a independent senator. Well, we had one Republican, one independent. Yeah. And that's because that's
Angus, right?
Angus King, yeah.
Angus. I remember.
He was governor for a while.
Had like one hand or a couple fingers. He was always on Bill Maher. I remember that guy. Had a mustache, good-looking dude. Old man.
He was a good guy.
Kind of like Sam Elliott.
I know. Right? And that's when he was governor, and now it's 20 years later, and he doesn't look that much older, which tells me he's with the Democrats.
Yeah, he's drinking the baby blood. Yeah, he's drinking the baby's blood.
Jinx.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's kind of where I mean, and that's funny because before I moved out here, both in Boston and in New York while I was there, it was split.
Yeah.
Rudy, when I was, by the time I was in high school, Rudy Giuliani was mayor, who's obviously very Republican, but it was still a red state. And when I moved to Boston,
but even his Republicanism
was normal back then, yeah,
and was not anything as far as like Oklahoma Republican.
No, practical. Yeah. I mean, Bloomberg was a Republican that became an independent.
Yeah.
But then when I moved to Boston, Mitt Romney was first governor, then Baker.
Yeah.
But the whole state's it's a good balance. Same thing in Maine, Vermont, all those New England states are kind of like that. It's when you get out here or down south, out west, fucking Oregon, Washington, California, two fucking blue.
Yeah.
And then you get down south, it's 2 red. It's like you guys are losing the point here. You guys are missing the mark.
Yeah, and you're also just fighting for things just because you're fighting against the people you don't like.
You just want to make them cry.
At things
I want liberal tears. It's like, is it going to matter to you?
Yeah,
like is this worth the effort, kind of thing. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. That's why I was saying the other day to a friend. I was like, yeah, like, oh, what are your politics? Like, yeah, I'm fiscally responsible and socially practical. Because a lot of people come up with that bullshit. Like, oh, I'm fiscally conservative, socially liberal. It's like, what does that mean? Like.
I think Ron White, I heard him say, he goes, I'm an incredibly conservative liberal.
Incredibly conservative. I'm a Nazi of liberalism.
Yeah. Well, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, that is funny how somehow Hitler became...
He was a leftist.
Yeah, I mean, just because he was a socialist party. But that's the thing. Again, the spectrum. It's the fucking circle. Like oh, I'm right, I'm left. Like, no, dude. If you go in a far enough the other direction, you come back. And meet each other.
Yeah, it doesn't go this way. It goes.
Yeah, it's dictatorship and freedom, and you meet, and you guys meet at that. You're like, what's up, buddy? Hey. All right, you want to get into a little news before we get out of here, bud?
Can I take a leak real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll do this.
Perfect time. This is fucked up. Study reveals husbands stress women twice as much as children do. Researchers found that many women feel overwhelmed by the emotional and domestic workload in their marriages, often describing their spouse as an extra child rather than a supportive partner. This imbalance of responsibilities, particularly with household chores and childcare, contributes to increased stress levels and divorce.
Yeah, that's women's problem. I don't know why you're asking me about this.
Yeah. You want to what I feel about it? Nothing. Ask my wife.
Yeah. But also, what's fun to have also is somebody other than your kid also fucking nagging on you all the time, like
keeping you right.
Yeah.
The fucked up part about that is that they didn't ask men. This is a woman's focused study.
Yeah.
I bet if you ask men this question, they would say, "Yeah, my fucking wife's a bigger drag than my kids." Like I've had both parties.
I used to have a wife, and now there's just this mom in the house.
Yeah, now I love my kids. But who's this fucking broad? That's one of those things that's like super unfair. Here's how the culture's changing now, because women have a voice. They only ask them, and they don't ask men on this thing. It's a little weird. But here's a corollary. Single women are happier than single men, according to a recent study. So even single women don't like being with men. Research indicates that single women report higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction than those who have a spouse or significant other. Study analyzing data from 6,000 single individuals found that women were more content with their single status, expressed less desire for a romantic partner, and reported greater sexual satisfaction than their single male counterparts.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You need a ride? I'll take that.
I do. I have a show soon, but let's do this one, and then I get.
Yeah, no. Well, I was trying to get you out of here. Somebody had to go piss in the middle of it.
I know. Sorry. Say that. I want to get.
No. So there's a corollary. A study found that single women have a higher level of happiness and life satisfaction than single men. So even without kids, women.
That's because single women lie to themselves and to everybody else. They go, I'm happy.
That is the most accurate thing I've ever heard in my life.
And then you watch their day-to-day life, and they are grumpy and mad all the time. And then they'll fill out a survey and go, I get to have my matcha in the morning. Like, Chelsea Handler, I want to say, she has this whole thing of like, I don't have kids, and it's great. And it's like, we see you're lying to yourself. But also, I am glad she does not have kids, because she would be the most annoying mother.
Well, her kids wouldn't love her.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, she's obviously not the kind of person that gives you the warm and fuzzies.
And she is still in that zone of she
hates herself. Any white person that hates himself for no valid reason is a weird thing. I mean, I hate her because she's annoying. I'm kidding.
She's in this zone still where she could decide, you know what, I am going to have a kid. And I love this.
She's old enough to still get IVF and kid. Yeah.
And that I love those. The people the women who get to that certain age in life and they realize they don't want to be alone for the rest of their life. And even if they don't have a man, they're going to have a kid. And then they're so old that they have a Down syndrome kid and they are not alone the rest of their life. And they have to live with that kid
for the permanent companion.
They're going to die going, who's taking care of my kid?
Yeah, worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's a fun little like Sisyphus rock thing.
I hope my audience is smart enough to. I feel like 80% of them are.
Yeah.
20% of them will look it up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of.
They'll just quote me without even knowing what I'm talking about.
Listen, I'd rather them quote you than Donald J. Trump or Joe Biden any day, because they're both octogenarians who need to be fucking put down.
Night.
Handren, always a pleasure, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah. I'll see you in 6 months. We'll check in.
Absolutely.
Are you going 3? Are you going 3?
We don't know. Tune in, find out.
Oh, he's the cliffhanger, the best. Jordan Andrews, where can they find you?
Just Handren Seavey on Instagram, on TikTok, on all the things. Follow me on there.
When are you moving to
September?
September. Okay,
yeah, so I'll be here all summer.
We got you for the summertime.
Yeah.
All right, great. We'll have you on before you go, and then I'll fly out to Austin. I'll get you on.
Yeah, we'll do Austin one.
Do it in the Creek and Cave.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Follow me at Randy Navarro. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. We love you guys. See you next week. Peace.